I can see a number of types of challenges. One of them I just touched on is a methodological one,
Right.
tracking, following. And I think we've probably got a lot of the basis we would need to do that. I think particularly when you look at the verification and permanence and so on, there are things people would need to look at in more detail.
Yes.
But I think it picks up on several other types of challenges, which I put in particular about equity. And I see equity as being twofold here. One is a temporal equity, which is about when do we act? How do we manage this? Clearly, the longer we put this off, the more we're passing on the effort to future generations. That's part of this challenge, and we need to talk about that. Another side is an issue which is at the heart of our work under the Convention and the Paris Agreement for many years, which is geographical equity. Equity between countries and within countries as well. Parties won't necessarily have the same capacity to adopt these measures. They won't necessarily have the same options. If we're looking at biological storage in forests or land, different countries have different potential. If we're looking at geological storage, capturing from the air, stocking underground, again, the simple potential is different. And there's a temptation to say, I'm going to go this way, but someone else is going to do the effort. That is something we will need to think about very clearly, because it raises big equity issues. I cannot simply say, yes, this is very important, but someone else is going to solve it for me.
Yes.
We'll have to talk about that. And the final point is, I think, a set of issues where I think the different technologies, and they raise different challenges, and I think we'll have to talk about them separately. It's not carbon dioxide removal or negative emissions. Is it land-based? Is it using carbon capture and storage as well as land-based? Is it using it in direct air capture? And then even things like ocean and other fields. There are very different challenges